All right, I'm
Okay.
gonna call us out of
Okay.
executive session at 7:38, it looks like. 33, okay, sorry, I got my watch as fast. Next thing on the agenda for tonight. We are at new business. Lacey, could you talk a little bit about the code enforcement? No, I'm sorry, no, yeah, I'm sorry, over on old business, we're gonna talk about managed service contracts. Can you give us your input on that, Lacey?
Sure. So we had met with Direct Technologies, who's our current IT provider right now, and we met with a new one. Mostly Deb met with a new one. And I would like to stick with the same one and not change it. I will tell you, this one is more expensive than what we've been paying, and the reason is because this is a flat fee. And so I had them sent me all the invoices from the last year. So before, in the IT service agreement, before anything we called about or anything above and beyond, we got billed for. Whereas this new contract that is a more expensive flat fee includes all those things. And so there's certain things that we're gonna need to dig through. Deb was gonna make some comments on there because she said there's some things we don't need, but what it ended up costing for the over and above is about $15,000 for the total year, which comes to about $1241 a month. And so it's really actually not that much more. It's just everything's included instead of the over and above. So I mean, obviously it's whatever you guys choose, but I think if we get rid of a couple of the things in there, like the know before, which is like training on cybersecurity and stuff, to be honest, I've done all those trainings at my previous position with the same company. So I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, but I would prefer to stay with Direct Technologies as like, I just don't want to make another change if we don't have to.
I would agree with that.
I would agree. I think we've changed enough.
Yeah, you don't need any more training on anything, right?
So Lacey, is there adjustments to be made then that you said that you would, Deb was gonna talk to, but you would have to talk to them on that stuff to remove that portion of things?
Yes. So
Okay, does that reduce
we
the
would
price point of the
it
15,000?
will. It will
Okay.
reduce the price as well. We just want to make sure that we're not being charged for stuff we're not going to use.
Right.
Okay.
Makes
So,
perfect sense. Yeah.
We can table this until she figures it out. Ask her.
Lacey, are you okay with us tabling that, until you get the cost less those couple of functions?
I would prefer to do that, yes.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna table that one then. And then also Lacey, on the city wipes, website with G-Works, what kind of input do you have here?
Okay, so it costs about $2,500 to do the website with that new software, G-Works. I'm trying to discuss things with them about getting a refund because they charged us almost $4,000 for onboarding, that we never got. And so when I asked for the onboarding for this new website, they said they really actually don't have onboarding and it's kind of just try whatever you can do. And basically they said they don't really know how it works. So
They
if it
charged
were-
us $4,000 for a service they don't provide?
exactly. And so I
Well,
would
yeah, we're not
list-
paying, well, I would say we definitely want to request our money back.
Yes, because that's already been paid with the onboarding of the whole, that was with that whole initial amount. And so they're supposed to be getting back to us about that because I said we want that refunded. And we also want the last year refunded that we didn't even have the website. So we paid for the website, plus we paid for onboarding, and plus we paid for GovOffice. And I guess what I would ask is that we just stick with GovOffice at least for another year, which is our current provider. He said that he would agree to just do a 1-year extension instead of the usual 4 years at the
Okay.
same price as it was last year at 3,200.
So are we currently paying twice on this service then?
We did both, yeah,
Yes.
we did pay twice. I mean, we were paying two different services plus onboarding, and we didn't have the service.
Which contract expires first?
Well, the one Gov Office expires at the end of this month.
But that is the one you would like to prefer to stay with?
That's the one I prefer to stay with, and he agreed to just do an extra 12 months till we get this all figured out. Instead of trying to get this website working within the next 2 weeks, because I've been trying for the last
Here's
3
what I would
months.
recommend. Lacey, if you're comfortable, is this something we can table and have a discussion with tomorrow? To
Yes,
turn around, I would like to get our money back for services unprovided.
yes.
Okay,
So, okay, well, we're gonna table that. We're gonna go on to new business. Lacey, what do you have on the code enforcement contract?
I talked to Ryan Fods a little bit and we both kind of agreed if it's okay with you guys, we would like to continue another year with them. It's a nice buffer to have for us, you know, and I think that it does help with the citizens to know that there is someone that's coming by every so often and noting these things. It takes a little pressure off of Ryan and Evan to get that done when they're busy in the summer. And the cost is pretty minimal compared to, you know, what it would cost to have, you know, an extra guy doing it.
100% agree with you. I think that having somebody to do the job so that people are feeling good, that they know that our city's being well kept, but also having them not members of community,
Yeah.
they're gonna be held, you know,
Somebody
to
neutral.
different, yeah, very neutral.
Yeah.
You would have-
Which I really like that too. See, I guess my recommendation would be to vote to approve that.
yeah, I would make a
I would
motion to
make a-
approve that.
Nikki does a motion to approve.
I second.
Steve has a second. All in favor? Aye,
Uh,
approved. Schoenfest agreement. Walk me through that.
That is for them to do our annual report. It's just something that we do every year. And so we just need approval for them to do the work for our annual report.
Okay.
That goes to the states.
Would anybody like to make a
I'll make a
motion?
motion to
All
go
right.
forward with Showing
Nikki makes a motion to approve. A second.
Second. Steve, Bobby.
Ayes.
I,
Aye, approved. Grant Park Development Update. So, we've had some discussions, with Grant Park. Our goal here is just to complete, the settlement agreement that was, signed by both parties, the city and the developer about a year and a half ago. We're gonna have to table this until we have legal counsel. So I guess we're gonna look at tabling that one.
yeah, I make a motion to table that.
Okay.
Aye.
Nikki, Steve, second. All in favor? Aye,
I,
nays. All right, so that's approved. Engineering update. Parker, are you still on? Did we lose Parker? Lacey, can you tell?
I don't see him on here. We must have lost him.
I can just give it quickly.
Ryan can do it. Okay, perfect.
I talked to Justin today, water main looping in Okanash and also the main lift station. For the Okanash and water main, they're gonna come back in the spring, seed and finish the dirt work and
Yeah, I
grading.
knew that, yeah.
Main lift station will start, we haven't got, you know, we're gonna have probably here pretty quick, maybe in the next month, a meeting to, get, the first pre-construction meeting going on the whole project.
Okay.
So that's kind of coming up for the summer, and then the transportation alternative grant, we're going to mid to end of February is when they'll give their kind of final review of that. So
Perfect.
That covers all three here. But, Brian, do you have anything on the transportation alternative grant? Did we just talk about that?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right, we can go on to Public Works update. That's Ryan, obviously.
Yeah, Public Works, just getting pricing for some different things. Looking at for, you know, we have to replace our water meters, our readers. Right now, it's $279 per meter that it's gonna cost. The registers, so what that is you got a black water meter that kind of, the water goes through. There's a little register, we call it, on the top that has all the numbers. that doesn't work with the system we use now, so we have to replace that, plus we have to use the endpoint, which is for everybody that we're replacing, it's the gray box in your house. We're going to go to a dark gray box, so those are gonna get replaced, so that's 279. And not knowing how many meters we're gonna have to do, it's gonna be about $100-some thousand. So what I'm trying to do is phase it over probably 3 to 4 years. But meter technology is actually getting a price. He's gonna give us like I said 100. So is there a discount for us buying 100 of them or not? So he's gonna give me a better price. This is just because we've been talking about it. It's going to be probably the next 4 years, we're gonna be spending $25,000 per year just on updating
Yeah.
our water meters.
We knew this was coming.
Yep, and then so that's on the water meters, in the streets, I talked to Chad Rezak just to see if different things, if, they've ever had the county do any work for them. Back in the day that the county did do an overlay for them, that's years ago, so I'm gonna probably just reach out to Jacob Maris.
Okay.
To see, he's the interim highway department, superintendent right now.
Yep.
To maybe see if we wanted to do, if they would do some overlay, if we wanted to do that, we need a whole street reconstruction for like the highway. They won't do any side streets, but that would be just if, our highway, if we wanted to touch that up a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna reach out to him also, and then probably City of Sioux Falls in regards to that slurry seal.
Yep.
Talking to Chad, they did that in the fall or like December
Okay,
for the next year, so. But a lot of the times they let you piggyback on their bids, so if they got a price that they've offered, they sometimes honor that price if you had enough, footage.
what streets are we
Okay.
doing? What streets? are we doing?
That's where we gotta go through.
Yeah.
And that's
Figure
where,
out which streets need the most.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a Band-Aid again, but you can put it on a good street and it might help out, it'll add to life, because it's the same thing they did outside of town, that
Mhm.
black
Yeah.
mat that they put on, that was just a slurry seal, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I was just gonna talk to him in regards to that, and then
Alright.
there's one other thing, just a quick update, just to be ahead of the game. Last year I got a bid, and we never did it, because in the spring of the year, or spring, early summer, it was moist. So Fifth Street wasn't a dusty mess until about July.
yeah,
And then after that, it was like right around that $2,500, put fluoride on it. I did reach out to Double H Paving. They gave me just what we did, 3 years ago. I think, they had a bid to do Fourth Street and Fifth Street.
Okay.
So I just reached out and said, hey, can you just refresh your numbers to show what that would be? So if we
Yep.
want to put it on the agenda. So back in 2021, it was 98,000 to do Fifth Street. Today, it's 141,000.
oh my
gosh.
gosh. Shit.
well, I guess.
Yeah, he said, the asphalt is 60% higher.
Crazy.
Yeah.
From what it is.
Everything.
Yeah,
So-
concrete, everything, so.
Just kind of, just to reach out there, so preliminary, because we're working with the settlement agreement, and that was something that was talked about years ago that they wanted to do, but we kind of held off just because we went into legal action
Sure,
with the whole Grant Park, so just a number, so, figuring out if we wanted to do that in the future or just do chloride, but.
Yeah.
Again, we're still baby steps on the
Yeah.
whole
Right.
development stuff, so,
right,
but I just got those numbers real quick, just for FYI's pretty much.
Okay,
But I think with the water meter, we'll probably start that next fall, when it slows down.
Do you already have a plan?
what have we got, Ryan, like ballpark 500 rooftops, right?
Yep, so we have 500 and probably 100 of them are probably on the new ones.
Okay,
So we have
Oh,
probably
okay.
400 original ones that we will have to replace.
okay. Does that have to come out of the water budget?
Correct.
Okay,
Because it's water is water.
so that will affect water costs
So, yep, where we've
somewhat.
talked about rate increases, hopefully we can cover a little of that, so we don't have to, but you look at it's, $300 a meter, and we've got
Right.
400 meters, so it's $120,000.
Yeah,
Just in materials, so that's,
Mhm.
right,
and then we'll just try to plan it on our schedule, so we can do it,
right,
just Evan and myself, so it's not hiring a third party to come in and have
Okay.
wages go up
Okay.
that way.
Yep,
good,
So,
Sounds-
but then we'll just do it in cores.
yep,
Like, half of Valley View Meadows probably won't have to be done.
correct.
right.
Like Meadow and Prairie are one of the newer ones. They've already got the new systems. Grant Park is new, Phillips Crossing's new.
Yeah.
And the north part of Baltic Heights. So it'd be, Nielsen's.
Right.
development. Those are all new. But
Yeah,
after that,
So we're
everything
looking
else
at the Tree Streets, the original Baltic
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
the GP, the,
the old, G&P,
GMP.
but it's Baltic Heights.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
So,
all right, and ballpark 400 units.
yep.
Lacey, do you have anything for community relations?
I don't.
All right,
Finance, you skipped that.
oh yeah, I'm sorry, finance, Lacey, finance update.
I'll just say we had a 2-day audit last week, and it went really well. It was very chaotic, but it went really well, so I'm glad that's behind us.
great.
Yeah,
I'm glad
great,
that worked.
fantastic,
Good job, Lacy.
Yeah. Thank you for your
Especially-
work.
having to organize stuff that you weren't part of in the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
thanks. Legal counsel update, obviously no updates there. We did executive session, so I guess I'm going to call for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
7:50.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.